Hey, Donut Predator. Hey, Feral. Eh. Still alive. You too, Feral. Hey, Houston. Hey, Courage. COVID. Yeah. That sucks, Courage. Reasonably happy. Hey, Kels. How's my day? Same as usual. Same old, same old. Hey, King Archon. Hey, Donna. Robert. Never played Overwatch now. Not my kind of game. Just not the kind of game that I play. Milk and cookies. Cool, cool. Doing something exciting? Yeah, not particularly. I am a very boring person, Houston. I'm just a boring type of person. I'm just I like being boring. I'm comfortable being boring. There are a few things I wouldn't mind doing. Wouldn't mind like a trip to Scotland or something like that. It's just I don't know. I would hate to travel alone. It would be boring to travel alone. So how's everybody? Paying bills? Oof. Yeah, that's always rough. I set up auto pay so that I don't have to depress myself going in and doing it every few days. Hey, Chicka. I do YouTube. Eh, barely, but yes. Oh, actually, speaking of paying bills, I'm just going to transfer a little bit of money to my from my checkings to my savings. Hey, Habibi. Storming here near. Yeah, we had some heavy rain today. It was fairly heavy rain when I woke up. Hey, bourgeois. Transfer some to you? No, I'm cheap and greedy. I got to keep that money to myself. I got to save that money for me. I'll need that money for something at some point. Probably. I mean, I assume that I'll need to use that money for something at some point. Most people haven't had as much action going on in their lives as you. What action have I had going on? I've moved. Biggest action in my life is that I moved back to the town that I grew, and I moved back to the town I grew up in. In fact, moved really not very far from the house that I used to live in. All the hoopla. Yeah. King of the Hill fan. I watched it when it was coming out. Like when it was first coming out, when I first debuted, I watched it a lot. Yeah, I used to love the show. I fell off it well before it ended. I don't remember exactly when I fell off it. Pretty sure Luann and Lucky had moved in together. Like I'm pretty sure it wasn't that long after Luann and Lucky got a place together. Like right near, like right across the street from them, from the hills. Um, should I get a McDonald's breakfast or is that bad? Probably bad. But what does that matter? Anyways, yeah. Like I think it wasn't too long after Lucky and Luann moved in together that I sort of fell off from King of the Hill. Not sure why. I was still enjoying the show. I just stopped watching it. Just never got back to it. Do I like McDonald's breakfast? No. I don't. Explain myself on that one? Sure. I'm a really finicky eater. There you go. I am explained. Because that's really what it comes down to is I'm just super finicky. When I used to make a veal. Christ. Sorry, Chickaboom. Everyone got hung up on the veal. It's like, I didn't even ask for veal. I ordered beef. Yes, Sam, I do have to work tomorrow. I have to work for the next 4 days. I have to work until Tuesday. I work Fridays through Tuesdays. Oh no, today's Sunday. I work the next 3 days. For some reason, I thought it was. I got my days mixed up. I'm stupid. I got days mixed up. So I work the next 3 days. I work until Tuesday. Anywho, anyone watch the season finale of Strange New Worlds? I like having days off during the week. Yeah. Hey, Beverly. Sorry, Chicka. Anyone watch the Strange New Worlds finale, or am I the only person here who enjoys Star Trek? I feel like I'm the only person here who enjoys Star Trek. I didn't pick up any. For some reason, I never picked up any Trekkie viewers. Was what I was expecting. Yeah, I mean, it was good. I wasn't really expecting anything, frankly. It was good. One thing I will say, Strange New World Season 2. I like the 2009 Star Trek movie. Get out. Get out, Pink Pony Club. God, I fucking hated that movie. And the sequel. Fucking hated the Abrams Star Trek movies. Just absolute fucking. Aside from the fact that they were shitty Star Trek, like, they were not Star Trek movies. They were generic sci-fi movies that, like, had the Star Trek name attached to them. They were not fucking Star Trek. But even aside from that, to be frank, they weren't even particularly good sci-fi movies. they were all spectacle, and it was just so fucking lens flare that Abrams is such a huge fan of. Just all lens flare all the time, and the characters were largely flat and boring, and the story was absurd, and just whole fucking thing. Both of the movies that he directed were just fucking trash. Anyway, if you're asking if Strange New World Season 2 has been well received, for the most part, I think it was. It had a few things going for it. The second half of the second season had multiple absolute banger episodes in a row. Last chance? Don't think so, Chickaboom. Yeah, they had crossover with the animated series Lower Decks. They had a musical episode. They had an episode that was all about war PTSD. Is it worth watching every episode of King of the Hill? Probably. Probably is, null knows. And it had a really an episode that was like really good classic Star Trek premise with a little bit of horror stuff thrown in. Where they sell, return, Amazon, and other returns. I have no idea. Chick Boom, I've never heard of it. The one thing I will say about the second season of Strange New Worlds, it is the most aggressively heterosexual Star Trek since Voyager. Like, it is the most aggressively heterosexual Star Trek series in 20 fucking years. Not even the barest hint of queer people, of queer content, of queerness anywhere in the season. And that is including a fucking musical episode. They had a goddamn musical episode, and it's still the most aggressively, and it was still the most aggressively heterosexual thing I've ever watched. Any actual? Oh, absolutely. There are 3 separate romantic plot lines that run throughout the season. Like, all throughout the season, there's like 3 separate straight romances that are like huge elements of the like huge ongoing subplots, getting a lot of focus, and then just and like it wouldn't have, and it wouldn't have bothered me so much, except the third season of Picard also sort of pulled back. Do you think Princess Leia would be like that with the mothership? Like the guy in love with his car? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, this third season of Picard really pulled back on any sort of queer content as well. And then, they've announced that the 5th season of Discovery, which is the queer Star Trek, they're canceling that after season 5, after the upcoming 5th season. And it's just like, it almost kind of makes me feel like they're trying to pull back on the queerness of modern Star Trek, which, dude, do you have any idea? Do you have any idea how passionate your queer fan base is? You think they had McDonald's breakfast up there? Probably not. Galaxy far, far away. They wouldn't have had McDonald's. They would have had some weird ass thing. Probably a Wendy's. McDonald's. Wendy says good breakfast. I'll take your word on that. Is Jeremy content about the finale? What would you think? I don't know. I think generally, I think it was generally well enough received. This burger square. Yeah, square burgers are just yeah. They must be round. Yep. Yeah, I guess burgers should be square or round. Burgers should be round. Damn it. Where's the queer fan base come from? The show's barely had a second. I mean, queer people can read subtext into damn near anything. Hiroshima and Nagasaki more than justified. I'm inclined to think no, but yeah, burgers should be round. Large enough that they are slightly larger than the bun. When once they're cooked, they should be slightly larger than the bun. Not necessarily like poking like, not necessarily like poking 2 inches out, but you know, maybe like a quarter inch, half an inch, maybe like maybe a quarter to half inch larger than the bun. Like a quarter to half inch sticking out of yeah, maybe about a quarter inch sticking past the bun. Double or single patty. I like the double patties. Though I usually get it from I usually get it on like if I'm just like if it's like a homemade burger. Like if it's just like a home grill burger, then I'll just get a single patty. Triple Sunday these days. For like McDonald's, I'll do the double patty, the double quarter. Any advice for anyone in here going through a breakup or divorce after 30 plus years? Hey, Alicia. Um, I got nothing. Just that sucks. That's rough. Yeah, it's a long time, and yeah, that is rough. Yeah, I got no advice. And I am low enough on energy. Gonna end the stream here. So thanks for coming. And see you next time I'm live. Good night.